Konnichiwa. 私の日本語はちょろです。That's as far as I go. My Japanese is too up. Oh yeah, that one. Okay. So he had to get away, so I thought I was going to do that. So let me begin by giving you a little bit of thought process of how we've been doing design and the change that has taken place over just a few years. I'm delighted to be here, first off, to really show you some of the more compelling designs that we've created and to let you know that there's a lot more coming. Okay? So design for us, it's really, innovating and creating what's next. For us, design has become kind of, I'd say, a crucial cornerstone in the reinvention of HP. Through the separation and all of the activities of the new HP, design has become that foundation. Okay? They've given me 30 minutes. I'd love to talk longer, but I'm going to try to keep it to 30 minutes so that you can get a little bit of a window on what we've been able to do over the few years that we've started. This statement sits on the wall of the design studio and is, I think, a very appropriate statement for all of us. And that is that if you're not failing, you're probably not pushing things far enough. So Dave Packard said this to the folks of HP to keep a mindset that you have to keep pushing, and sometimes you succeed and sometimes you fail. And what I'm happy to say is whether it's our CEO, Dion, or my immediate boss, Ron Conlon, who runs the PC division, he and Dion share the same mindset, is must keep pushing, and we'll have failures, but the successes are oh so sweet when they happen, okay? So, one of the questions that I get every time I speak is, who's the design team at HP? HP has produced some, I'd say, average designs in the past. In the last 4 years, we've made, I think, a good effort to change the face of HP, the opinion of HP, but it's important for you guys to each understand and know what took place, okay? So, I'm going to show you a few slides here that really help represent the team that I manage in the various studios around the world. So through flags, we try to share with you the cultural diversity that is in the studio. It's very important to understand is that if you're designing for a global market, you have to have designers that reflect that global footprint. We also are not just industrial designers. That is a core attribute to the team, but like any team, whether it be a sports team or not, the diversity of the team is very key, and that means we have industrial designers, we have color material finish designers, we have engineers on the team, we have human factor specialists on the team. Why? There's so many facets to every product that we produce that not one discipline can really do the perfect job. It is the amalgam, if you will, of bringing everybody together. The other thing too that I think is always important is it's not just the designers on staff and the cultural diversity, it's also the heritage that they bring. If you will, the resume of many of the designers of where they work, they bring in new thinking for a company that is reinventing itself. So for us, we've been very fortunate to have a good cross-section from automotive to consumer electronics to athletic wear, to be on the team. And that has really helped us celebrate many of the new designs in special ways. So we are obviously selling products around the globe, but we also have studios that kind of give us a footprint in many locations. So Palo Alto, obviously the birthplace for really the tech industry. And then you have Houston, which is also one of the sites for HP. It's a very large PC site. And then we also have our studio in Taipei. Now, what that gives us is kind of locations that allow us to have focus on everything we do. So whether it be a desktop or an all-in-one or a notebook, whether it be a commercial solution or a workstation solution, we have designers in various locations because you have to be there. You have to be at the development lab. For us, 4 years went by in a snap. 4 years ago, we had very little other than the support of the executive staff. We had the ask of the executive staff to do something new. So they gave us a mission to change design at HP. This is probably one of the hardest jobs I've done since I started my post 4 years ago. In that time frame, we had no product that was new and special. We were building the designers or the design team with various designers that we were adding on. So we had to come up with a philosophy, an approach to design that all the designs that we produce, we will try to hold to that. So we developed FIVE. So FIVE for us is an acronym. It's 3 letters. FIVE is also a way of describing a golden proportion. It's a way for us to communicate to a very large audience within HP and outside HP, some who have design background and some who do not. So for us, we wanted to break it down into simple things. But those 3 letters stand for 3 words, and those 3 words were stated to us by our CEO. And that CEO said to us very clearly, I want to lead, I want to have consistency, and I really would like some cool product, okay? Well, we translated that into very key words because the words that I stated earlier are good words, but they're not encompassing. So we chose the words that you see behind me. Progressive is a way of describing leaning forward. You may not always make the best product the first time, but you must progress. It is that refinement of every product. You must lead. Harmonious is a different way of describing consistency. Consistency means a lot of things look alike. That is both good and bad. In a company like HP, which is as diverse as you can imagine in the sense of the products, that is not an easy task. Harmonious, however, is a little bit of everybody in this room. And that is, it can be many, many things, but they all work well together. The last thing is iconic. Iconic is one where you have to be careful. Iconic can be very short. For us, iconic meant that it was memorable. So that we do it today, and then 4 years from now, 5 years from now, we can go look back and say, wow, that was really something memorable. So those are the 3 things that we started to set up. Remember, we did this 4 years ago where we had no product. We had nothing on the docket, and we did that by using this philosophy. The reaction's been pretty positive. These are just a few that we've tossed out. We've run many, many awards, but that's a recognition of the design industry. But I'm happy to say that it's also the sales that we've seen on many of our products, which is a recognition by the consumer as well. So for us, this is a nice benchmark, but it isn't the end all. It isn't the final solution. The final solution is for us to have customers that demand the HP product. So it's more than just design, it's the complete solution that we offer. The best way for you guys to see the dramatic change that took place is always
最後までご覧いただきありがとうございました。チャンネル登録の方もできればお願いいたします。